So, ayan, balikan lang natin here. Sabi ko dito, how are we going to value yung consideration na binigay natin? Pag cash and cash equivalents daw, kung magkano natin yung binayad natin. Yung face value ng binayad natin, yun na yung amount given. Yun na yung consideration given. Pag deferred consideration naman, like yung contingent consideration, so dahil deferred siya, we will use the present value. At ang present value niya, paano ba kunin ang present value ng deferred consideration or contingent consideration? Here daw siya po. So we have illustration 13-2. Sabi niya dito, si P Company, binili niya sa S Company on January 1, 2017. Kasama daw doon is a purchase consideration in amount of 5 million payable on January 1, 2019. So, ayan, may purchase consideration siya ng 5 million. Babayaran natin yung 5 million na yun sa 2019. Sabi natin, this is pag mataas yung sale mo for the 2 years from 2017 to 2018. Pag sabi natin, the sales increase 10% or 20%, pagbabayad ako ng 5 million sa'yo. So, the present value, paano makunin yan? So, here, kunin lang natin, 8% siya, di ba? So, 5 million divided by 1/8, so 4.286694. So, paano nakuha yung 1? 1 is a constant factor, tapos yung 8%, ito siya. I-divide lang natin sa 1 plus 0.08, so 1.08. So, pag nakuha na natin ito, that will be our present value. So, pag na-record natin yung consideration, yung deferred consideration, the amount is ito. Here, debit cost of combination and deferred liability of 4.286694. So, pag binayaran na natin siya, kasi mabayaran natin yung interest. So, ganito siya, finance cost or interest expense. So, 342,936. Then, deferred tax liability. So, dating natin ngayon ng 2019. So, pag pinag-add mo kasi ito, plus dito, ang makukuha na natin is yung 5 million. So, ang deferred liability natin is 5 million na siya. So, ganyan lang po yung pag-record if there is an deferred consideration. Kukunin lang natin yung present value. Aside from cash kasi or aside from cash, pwede kasi natin ipambayad is property. And then also, we can pay using stocks. So, bibili natin yung company using stocks natin. So, mag-issue tayo ng stock, pabili ng company. Ibang company. So, if ganito daw sabi niya, pag nag-issue daw tayo ng stock, it is measured at their fair value. So, check natin yung fair value. So, kung ano yung fair value at the date of acquisition, yun yung gagamitin nating value ng consideration given natin. Paano naman pag non-financial asset or properties aside from cash yung ating binayad? Sabi niya dito, pag land property ang binigay natin doon sa owner of the newly acquired company as part of purchase consideration, it shall be measured at market value. Pag doon sa owner tayo binayad, market value. Tandaan nyo ha? Dito kasi, pag non-financial asset, i-check muna natin kanino ba tayo makikipag-transact. Pag doon sa owner, market value. If the fair value differs from the carrying amount of the acquisition that the acquirer remeasure the carrying amount to fair value, and we will So we will identify gain or loss in the profit and loss. So the cost of business combination includes liability incurred or assumed with the acquirer. So future loss or other costs expected to incur as a result of combination are not liabilities. So they are not part of our, pag may future loss daw na ano na sabi dito, pag may future loss na ini-expect due to the result of combination, hindi daw natin yun ikaka-capitalize. Ibig sabihin, hindi siya part ng business combination. Huwag niyo siyang papakialaman. Wala siyang value. Yung future loss. So, sabi ko nga, titingnan natin kung kanino ba ita-transfer yung property. Pag transfer daw yung property, aside from the shareholders, sabihin, transfer natin yung property doon mismo sa business. Doon yung sa business natin transfer, it will be measured at carrying amount. So, wala tayong i-recognize sa profit or loss. Tandaan nyo, pag property, pag transfer siya sa owners or sa shareholders siya transfer, fair value. Pero pag hindi natin siya sa shareholders transfer, I mean, sa company lang natin siya transfer, doon lang sa company na binili natin. So, carrying amount lang yung gagamitin. Illustration 3-3. Here, si PLTD, binili niya na yung 100% ni SLT. So, binili niya yun sa dalawang controlling shareholders. So, here, ang katransact natin is the shareholders, not the company. Okay. So here, si PLTD shall pay an amount of 10 million to the two controlling shareholders. Also, magbibigay pa si PLTD ng property kay SLTD. So yun, kung titignan nyo rito sa to na to, ano nangyari? Mag-i-inject tayo ng property kay SLTD. Hindi niya sinabi na sa shareholders ibibigay, kundi dun sa company na SLTD. So here, the carrying amount of the property is 20 million and the fair value is 30 million. Kung ang naging usapan ay ibibigay niya doon sa shareholders, ang gagamitin natin is sa fair value na 30 million. Pero sabi niya kasi ibibigay niya doon kay SLTD. So this ang gagamitin natin here is the carrying amount. PLTD shall assume the bank loan of 5 million taken by the two controlling shareholders where they invested in SLTD. So this is kasama to, 5 million. In-assume niya eh. But there should magkakaroon doon ng future loss. So dahil future loss ito, sabi ko, is not part of the combination. Wala tayong gagawin dito. Huwag natin ito pansinin. Okay? So ayan siya. The cost of combination is computed as follows. We have cash consideration, 10 million, yung binayad natin na cash. Liability, assume na 5 million kasi nag-assume tayo ng liability. Property transferred at carrying amount. O, yun na, nakita nyo, at carrying amount. So, ang total cost of consideration, combination is 35 million. So, yan yung sinasabi natin ng consideration given, 35 million. The property is measured at carrying amount and not at fair value because dun siya pa rin sa combined entity, hindi naman siya mawawala. So, dahil hindi siya mawawala, parang nag-transfer ka lang ng property from parent to subsidiary or nag-transfer ka lang from the owner to dun sa binili mo. So, parang ang mangyari nun, sa'yo pa rin yung company, yung property na yun. So, bakit natin kailangan measure at fair value. Tandaan nyo, ang property initially measured at cost. Kung magkano natin siya binili. So, dito kasi, yung carrying amount, yung magkano natin binili, minus yung depreciation lang. So, pag ita-transfer daw natin siya dun sa shareholders, fair value gagamitin. Pero pag sa company lang natin siya ita-transfer, yung carrying amount lang. Paano pag may uncertain cash flow po, yung cash? Pag may uncertain cash flow po, so pwede tayong mag-adjust. Sabihin natin, kasi di ba fair value ng property yung ating um, ginamit, i-record sa business combination. So pag nagkaroon ng uncertain cash flow, sabi nito, acquirer is the permit to recognize separate valuation allowance as of acquisition date for the asset acquired in the business combination that measured at their acquisition date fair value because of uncertain future cash flow are included in the fair value measure. For example, because IFRS 3 requires acquirer to measure accounts receivable, the acquirer does not recognize a separate valuation for allowance for the contractual cash flow deemed to be uncollectible. So, here kasi hindi tayo upon upon acquisition, hindi tayo magsiset up ng allowance for uncollectible account. Also, hindi rin tayo lalagay ng valuation allowance in terms of property, plant, and equipment kasi may may explanation. Kasi within 1 year after the business combination, pwede pang mag-change yung fair value. Pwede pa natin palitan yung fair value. Pwede pa tayo mag-adjust ng fair value. Basta within 1 year after the business combination. So, hindi na tayo magsiset up ng allowance. Basta nag-change yung fair value, basta within the year after the combination, we can adjust directly yung fair value. Sample, yung machinery or building, sabi natin 1 million siya, yun yung fair value niya ngayon. Pero hindi mo sure kung talagang 1 million ba talaga yun. So, sulat mo lang muna, fair value 1 million. So, after 5 months ng date of acquisition, na-compare mo ay lahat 1.2 siya. So, we can adjust. So, adjust natin 1.2. So, add tayo ng 200,000. Ganun lang. So, unrecognized asset and liability, pag may unrecognized na asset and liability si acquiree, pwede daw yung i-recognize ni acquirer. Okay, how are we going to apply? So, here is sample J&J Company, Statement of Financial Position. So, binili daw siya ni acquirer Inc. Si J&J yung acquiree, siya yung bibilin. Si acquirer Inc. yung bumili. Okay. Ito yung kanya statement of financial position. We have cash, marketable security, inventory, land, building, and equipment. Total of 2.3. So here, current liability 125, adds payable of 500. We have common stock of 50 and additional paid-in capital of 700. So retained earnings of 925, a total of 2.3. At ito ay sa party JJ. So ito daw yung fair value niya kasi we need to recognize the fair value, di ba? So we need to find ano ba yung fair value. Excuse lang. So here, so ang total fair value daw kasi may unrecognized pa siya dito na receivable. Pwede kasi sabi ko, di ba? Pag may unrecognized receivable, pwede i-recognize ni acquirer. So ang total daw dyan 265,000. So less natin yung liabilities. So ito yung fair value ng identifiable assets natin, 2,620,000. So sa book ni acquirer, Paano daw siya? All accounts identified are measured at fair value. So ayun na nga, kailangan natin alamin yung fair value ng lahat kasi will be recorded at fair value siya. Yung binili. Okay? This is always the case, even if consideration given for a company is less than the fair value. If the total consideration is exceed the fair value, sabi ko, mas mataas yung ulit-ulit na natin, kung mas mataas yung binigay mo kaysa dun sa pagkakabili, sabi natin kung mas mataas yung binayad mo, kasi ang fair value na 2,620,000, kung mas mataas dyan yung binayad mo, so that is goodwill. Pero pag mas mababa dyan ang binayad mo, magkakaroon tayo ng gain on acquisition. So others costs will be expense maliban sa cost, stock issuance cost. So here, we have case number 1. Paano daw pag mas mataas? Paano ang entry natin? Pag mas mataas yung binayad natin ng presyo kaysa doon sa fair value. Pag ganyan nga, magkakaroon siya ng goodwill. Okay? So here, si acquirer, nag-issue siya ng 8,000. So sabi ko, pwede tayong mag-issue ng stock pambayad ng net asset. So here, pag nag-issue, hanapin natin si market value. So 80,000, ang market value niya is 40. So yun yung consideration given natin. Nagbayad pa daw ng professional fee na 50 and may stock issuance cost na 30. So yung 50 will be expense. Itong 30 will be deducted to the additional paid in capital. So here, kasi ang par value niya 10, yung excess of par that is the APIC is 30 times 80,000 here. So if we're going to check, syempre, check muna natin kasi yan if there is goodwill or gain on sale. So how are we going to compute for that? We need to check 80,000 times 40, that is ilan yun? 320,000, 3,200,000. Yan yung ibabayad natin. Then ang fair value is 2,620. So may difference siya na 580. Mas mataas yung binayad kaysa doon sa nakuha natin. So this is goodwill. And mayroon siyang professional fee na expense. Then stock issuance cost, which is deduction to the additional paid in capital. Pag na-record natin yan, ganito siya. So record natin at fair value plus the goodwill. Then, meron tayo ngayong common stock. Ito. Paano nakuha yun? At pag nag-entry tayo ng common stock, always at par. At par siya. 80,000 yung binigay natin at par value that is 800. Yung excess over par is additional paid in capital. So here, 2.4 yung additional paid in capital niya. So, to record the related acquisition. So here we have acquisition expense, 50 ito siya. Tapos yung 30, sabi ko reduction sa additional paid in capital. So here, minus additional paid in capital. So that's why 80,000. So yun yung case number 1. Ulitin ko lang. Case number 1, paano pag-ustas yung consideration paid or consideration given kaysa doon sa fair value goodwill. Case number 2 naman, mas mataas yung fair value kaysa doon sa binayad. Ano yung magiging? So sabi niya dito, 20,000 shares at 120, so 24, so 2,620. 2,620 siya. So may negative tayo na 2,2 kasi mas mataas yung fair value kaysa consideration. So yan 2,2 will be gain on sale on acquisition. Yung gain on sale on acquisition is part of profit or loss sa naman yan sa income statement. So here, professional fee, then stock issuance cost of 130. So ganun lang ulit, record the fair value, pero tandaan nyo wala na siyang goodwill kasi yung goodwill naging gain on acquisition kasi mas mataas yung fair value. Then here 100,000 additional paid in capital and then 2,3 yung common stock at par ulit. So here, kung makikita nyo, 130 yung ating stock issuance cost. Paano yan, sir? 100 lang yung APIC. So sabi niya dyan, pag mas mataas yung acquisition stock issuance cost kesa sa APIC, ang gagawin natin is kukonsume natin lahat. Kung may matira, maglalagay tayo, gagawa tayo ng additional account which is stock issuance cost. Yung stock issuance cost na yan is deduction siya sa retained earnings tulad na to. 100 yung sa additional paid in, may natira na 30 kasi 130 is stock issuance cost. So gagawa tayo stock issuance cost. This is stock issuance cost na 30,000 is reduction to retained earnings. So ano siya? How about meron siyang contingent consideration? Let's assume daw yung case number 1, 3 to yung market value niya, di ba? Tapos may contingent consideration pa siya na 200,000 pag exceed ng 160,000 yung income niya per year sa 2016 and 2017. Kaso, 50% lang daw yung probability. Dahil 50% lang yung probability, 50% lang din muna i-record natin. Kaya here, so estimated value of contingent consideration 100,000. Wala kasi siyang binigay na interest rate. So assume natin na yun yung pair, present value. Sabi ko nga, ano ba yung contingent consideration? Additional siya sa consideration given. So here, 3 na yung consideration given. Tumaas yung goodwill ngayon, naging 6.8. So the rest is the same. So ganun pa rin siya. Kaya lang 6.8 na nga siya ngayon. Then nakita nyo meron tayong contingent consideration payable kasi this is liability nga siya 100,000. Part siya ng liability natin. So, okay. Recording changes in contingent consideration. Kasi nga, di ba, probability pwedeng magbago. Estimates lang kasi yung contingent consideration. So, yun na nga. Paano po pag nagbago? Sabi niya, pag nagbago daw, pwede naman natin i-adjust kasi yung contingent consideration, kung mapapansin nyo, nadagdagan yung goodwill natin. Tama. From 580, naging 680 kasi yung contingent consideration na 100. Kung ganon, kung magkaroon ng changes sa contingent consideration, pwede natin i-adjust sa goodwill. Okay. Tulad na to. Ito yung sample niya, medyo malabo lang. From 100 daw, naging 160. So may increase ngayon siya na 60,000. Yung increase niya na 60,000, ayan, nadagdagan yung ating goodwill na 60. Then, nadagdagan yung contingent consideration payable natin 60. Pero kung may, naman, tandaan nyo ha, pwede lang tayo mag-adjust within 1 year. Pag lumampas na tayo ng 1 year, from the date of acquisition, hindi na natin siya pwedeng i-adjust sa goodwill. So tulad na to, pag after the reporting measurement period daw, nag-adjust siya, naging 200. So may 40, di ba, na, kasi 160 na siya, naging 200. So may 40 na difference. Yung 40 na yon, hindi na natin siya pwede i-charge sa goodwill kasi lampas na yung measurement period. So, magkakaroon tayo ng loss na lang ang contingent consideration. Okay? Iyan daw, if ang binayad natin ay cash doon sa contingent consideration. Paano po pag ang binayad natin ay share? Kasi cash ito, di ba? Payment of cash, 200,000. Paano kung sinabi niya as hindi na siya 200,000, mag-i-issue ako ng additional stock pag lumampas ng 160 per year. Pag ganyan po, ang gagawin na natin, lumampas na siya, ay nag-issue siya ng share. So pag issuance of share, ang ating contingent consideration, wala tayong entry na contingent payable. Tandaan nyo ha, pag share ang pambayad, wala kang contingent consideration payable. Ano lang, wala kang entry. Wala siyang entry. Magkakaroon ko lang ng journal entry doon sa contingent consideration pag-stock, pag na-issuehan mo na ng share sa 2019 na. So, ang entry natin, magdadagdag tayo ng additional paid-in capital, then mababawas tayo sa additional paid-in capital pala, sorry. Then, mag-i-issue tayo ng common stock. Then, magkano yung par value. Basta deduction siya sa additional paid-in capital. Pero upon acquisition, walang entry pag issue ng stock sa contingent consideration. Okay. So, ayan mo na. So, next is part 3 lang tayo.